Hello everyone, Pete here, and one of the biggest questions us current ROG Ally and Ally X owners have is should we upgrade to the upcoming ROG Xbox Ally or Ally X handhelds? Well, let's blast through the 10 key areas of whether to upgrade and also not upgrade, including one of the biggest selling points of these devices in the new XboxOS. Plus I'll share my recommendations of whether you should upgrade or not. So key area 1 is comfort, in that if you can play your current Ally or Ally X for long play sessions without any hand cramps, then that's a big reason not to upgrade. Of course, the biggest change that these new ROG Xbox Ally handhelds have are these new hand grips, which should dramatically improve the ergonomics of the handheld. My PS Portal collects dust most of the time due to a fantastic PS5 remote play app for the Ally called PX Play, which I've covered in my 2-hour Ultimate Ally guide link below, that does PS5 remote play so much better than Sony's own first-party handheld. However, one of the biggest reasons I haven't sold my PS Portal is due to these amazingly comfortable hand grips on the device. I think I'd probably say that it probably is the most comfortable handheld I've used so far. So if you do find your current Ally or Ally X not especially ergonomic and do get hand cramps pretty easily, then yes, it really may be worthwhile upgrading to get these hand grips on the new Xbox handhelds. Although let's not forget that there are some amazing solutions to improve comfort on our current Allies, like this gaming pillow I stumbled across online, and also third-party grips like this Skull & Co grip case too. Linked to this too is the aesthetic of these new hand grips, and this is incredibly divisive in our Ally community, with a recent community poll here on the channel saying that 2/3 of you great viewers think yes, you really do love the new grip handles, so it's a tick in your upgrade column for you guys. If you're one of the 35% who don't like these grip handles, then it's definitely a reason not to upgrade, as at the end of the day it is a pretty important factor whether we find our handhelds visually appealing or not. Key area 3 is again linked to these new grip handles, and that is the new impulse triggers, which remember are not on the standard white model, only on the black Xbox Ally X version. While nowhere near the insane level of haptic feedback on the PS5 DualSense controllers, the Xbox controllers do offer amazing feedback functionality to make our games more immersive, and if having much more immersive feedback is an important factor to you, then it's definitely a huge tick in an upgrade to the Xbox Ally X. At 4 is a negative aspect of having these new grip handles, and it could very well be a reason not to upgrade, and that is that the weight of both of these new Xbox handhelds has now increased. While the weight of the current OG Ally is 608 grams, which by the way a recent report suggests is still a very popular purchase, especially with discounts, the new white Xbox Ally will be quite a bit heavier at 670 grams. And if you find the current Ally X already a bit too heavy, with it weighing in at 678 grams due to its massively increased battery, then I've got some bad news for you, that the new Xbox Ally X is now even heavier, coming in at a whopping 715 grams. There is a plus side to this though, and that is the new grip handles may distribute this extra weight much more evenly, so there is a chance that it may actually feel a bit lighter in our hands. Key area 5 is battery. And this is not a reason to upgrade from the current Ally X to the new Xbox Ally X at all, as both have the same exact 80 Wh battery, which we know is one of the very best features of the Ally X. Those of us who have the OG Ally know the battery life is, let's be frank, pretty terrible, with it only having a 40 Wh battery. However, the white standard Xbox Ally is a huge step up in battery capacity from this, with it having 50% more battery at a whopping 60 Wh, and this being a great reason to upgrade. Key area 6 is not a reason to upgrade for either models, and that is storage, as the white Xbox Ally has the same 512GB as on the current Ally, and the new Xbox Ally X has the same exact 1TB found on the current Ally X2. At 7 is a huge reason to upgrade if you're on the current OG Ally to the new white Xbox Standard Ally, and that is that the horrific SD card issues that have plagued the OG Ally since launch should now be completely rectified on this new Xbox Standard Ally, just like they have been on the current Ally X, which has been out for almost a year now, with thankfully no mention of SD card problems in this time. We're in our top 3 key areas now, and at 8 is both a reason to upgrade and also not upgrade, and that is the new processors. And a huge reason not to upgrade to the white standard Xbox model is it having a Z2A processor, and this is very similar to the current Van Gogh chip found in the Steam Deck. So believe it or not, this is actually a pretty significant step down from the current Z1 Extreme chip on the current Ally, and probably the single biggest reason why only a measly 3% of you are planning to get this version in a recent poll on the channel. However, the new Z2 AI Extreme chip could be a huge reason to upgrade for many of us to the new Xbox Ally X, with half of you voting on yesterday's poll that it will likely be 20% faster than the current Ally and Ally X, which is a super nice advantage. And you viewers are so smart, with one of our great viewers, Brian Bruce82, stating that AMD have actually already confirmed it to be about 15 to 20% faster than the current Z1 Extreme, and also substantially less power hungry too, for even greater battery life, which is awesome. A huge reason to upgrade at 9 is the display, as both the new Xbox handhelds now have a glorious 8-inch OLED display that we've all desperately wanted. Yes! Hang on a minute, let me just check my notes. What do you mean there's still 7 inches? What the... Sorry about that, guys. No such luck for us, I'm afraid. This is not a reason to upgrade at all, with both of these models still sporting the exact same 7-inch 1080p VRR screen as on the current models. That, yes, I am absolutely gutted about this too, just like 2/3 of you that voted in a recent poll. And with so many comments I've seen from you, like our great viewer Silent Nova, who commented that Asus and Microsoft really have missed such an amazing opportunity to make the screen a little bigger. And for key area 10 is one of the biggest selling points of these new Xbox handhelds, which is this new XboxOS console-like interface. Now, a big reason to upgrade is that if you do want to be one of the very first to receive this new XboxOS, particularly if you really do not like the sheer jank that Windows provides, then getting one of these Xbox handhelds will be very, very appealing at launch. However, if you're really not that bothered about this new XboxOS, or simply in no hurry, then that's a tick in the no need to upgrade column, as don't forget all of us existing Ally and Ally X owners will eventually get this new potentially game-changing XboxOS in early 2026 onwards. So I know what you're thinking right now, which is, Pete, do you recommend me in upgrading to either of these handhelds? Well, I don't think that any of us existing Ally or especially Ally X owners should get the white standard Xbox Ally. As while the 60Wh battery is a nice upgrade over the OG's 40Wh battery, this new Z2A processor really is weak compared to the current Z1 Extreme chip that we currently love. And if you're completely content with the comfort and performance of your existing Ally X, and particularly if money is really tight like it is for so many of us, then I'd recommend do not upgrade, just enjoy what we have. However, if you do want the very best performance, which could very well be 20% more power than the current Ally X, and also what could be a much more ergonomic form factor with those impulse triggers offering much improved feedback, then yes, I'm sure that many of us will be happy with the upcoming Xbox Ally X, but only if it fits our budget. I'd love to hear what you think about all of these upgrade key areas I've mentioned. Are you one of the 48% planning to get the new Xbox Ally X? Or are you one of the 48% who are not at all planning to upgrade? Let us all know in the comments. And as a thank you for watching this far, I'd love to share this awesome quote. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but one day soon everything is going to be alright. Listen, if you're going through a really tough situation right now, you've got this. Remember that this moment of pain and difficulty you're experiencing right now is only temporary, and you will get through this, so stay encouraged today, guys. And as an extra bonus treat for staying right to the end, here's our gorgeous rescue cat, and her name is Pancake. And if you enjoyed today's video, then check out my ultimate guide, packed with a full 2 hours. Yes, that's 2 hours of tips and tricks for our current Ally and Ally X. As always, be sure to like and subscribe if you found this helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.